No.
But babe.
Thank you.
He's not in a coma. They don't know what to call it.
Hey, Allison, you can come up. Hey, internet. Hey, what's up?
Welcome to a glimpse into my daily life.
Welcome to Fight Night.
We need to start this off by saying that Lee and I are very close friends.
Yes.
Like, if MySpace was still a thing, he'd be in my top 8.
Oh, cool, thanks. Hey,
But we've had one
fight going on for years.
unresolved issue.
I think Insidious is great.
And I think Insidious is awful.
We have these two as impartial third parties. Why are you putting on a gas mask? So, we've finally decided to take it to the internet. We've been talking about doing this for years, literally since I started this channel, and we're gonna have a fight about Insidious. But before I get to that, Insidious is directed by James Wan, and it stars Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne and Lynn Shay, and it tells the story of a family whose son is haunted. The end. Okay.
So I have a disclaimer as to probably why I do not like this movie. The only time before today that I've seen it was when it was in theaters, and I had to go with my ex-boyfriend at the time, who was threatening to kill himself if I did not hang out with him. So I chugged a bottle of vodka in the parking lot, and we went into the movie. So I was in a really weird place. So maybe potentially that has something to do with it, but we just watched it again, and my opinions are not much different. My first most important complaint / question: there's no possible way to afford 2 big beautiful houses on a teacher's salary when your wife sits home and does nothing all day. Just
Bank loans.
capitalism. Capitalism.
It just works,
out
guys.
of my movie
It just
review.
works.
Wait. All right, we're referees. Remember, we gotta intervene here.
Right.
Okay.
What did the wife do?
She likes
Nothing.
music.
Can we address a possible fan theory and say that maybe she's sitting on a lump sum from being a performer?
Oh, you're saying she could have been
She
a
could
good
have
musician
stashed away
prior?
some serious cash.
It's possible. I mean,
I'm
this, to
just
me,
trying
this
to
is
put it in memory.
this is not as much of an issue because mortgages are a thing.
All I'm trying to look. I know.
Fine, let me move on to my next argument then.
Okay.
As Tom rips his face off.
Oh.
All I'm trying to say is you don't know. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
It's the 2 loves of my life right here, so I have to be right in
I'm gonna make my statement for good real quick. This movie does a really awesome job in the first 20 minutes or so, setting up not only the family dynamic and make you actually I don't want to say care about these characters because you care about them as the movie goes on, but it sets them up as people. It establishes who they are, and it also kind of establishes the house as a character of sorts. And just the way it shows you every part of it and shows you how it's kind of affecting the lives of them.
You mean how in every movie they do the tour of the house?
Yeah, it's this movie started that though.
I do want to agree that the beginning does show you who the characters are. The very, very beginning intro thing was lame.
Oh, like the
with
pre-credits?
it screaming Insidious in your face. Like, that was stupid. It automatically shows you that the husband is an asshole. From the beginning.
Josh is a bit
So
of an
you're not
asshole.
surprised later on when he's ass dad, because he's ass dad from the start. Allison had a great question that refers to the introduction of ass dad.
Josh is a bit
Why
of a
is he
dick.
talking to his hair?
Why is he talking to his hair?
What?
He was in the mirror and he was talking to
He's
his
like,
hair.
why is
Oh,
it every
yes,
time I pull you
yes,
out,
that is a strange
you seem
scene.
to grow back?
They went to bed without locking the front door.
This is true.
They literally, like, all the spooky shit's happening, and he goes downstairs and someone knocked. I'm gonna ask who it is. I'm gonna look out this window. I'm gonna look at that one. I'm gonna take out a flashlight, do the same thing, and then opens the door without unlocking it.
Could the
You're
ghost have
literally-
unlocked it?
Then I think he would have noticed right away, oh shit, the lock's not done.
This is true.
He literally, your comment was funny about it being white suburbia.
It
so
is
it's
white
fine.
suburbia.
But, you're asking for shit to happen when you don't lock your front door when you go to sleep. You got 3 kids.
This movie has A+ sound design. Just the overall crafting of all the sound effects, everything. The fucking cracking, the little popping noises that the demon makes every time.
I think he needs to do a little bit of yoga so that he doesn't crack as much. To be totally honest.
Amazing.
Alright.
The first 45 minutes of this movie or so, you don't see anything. You don't see any of the ghosts, demons, or anything. You just hear them.
It's all just sounds.
It's very atmospheric. This movie does a really good job at atmosphere. But what you were saying about the screaming violins and shit, when I think of Insidious and this franchise, I think of really obnoxiously loud violins and jump scares that aren't ever false, but they're not really ever cheap.
I'll go with you. There was only like one or two cheap jump
Right.
scares that I recognized, like the when she undid the curtain, or like when she opened the closet.
Right.
But it wasn't like the typical like in the bathroom mirror, like shuts the medicine cabinet.
Yeah, there's no
behind
false
you.
scares.
The stuff that was right behind them was not expected.
Well, that's what I wanted to specifically bring up. The scene, the iconic scene. You know what we're talking about. The scene with the fucking demon right behind him.
I can still hear that voice.
The scene where the mother is describing the dream, and she sees the fucking Darth Maul demon in the corner as just like a shadow, and it's really like it's creepy. And then it's a creepy visual, just in the sense of like just that.
The idea of the demon being in the corner is creepy, but like the actual, if you look at just like the
but like
outline of the demon, it's like
just that shot of like it like just standing there and just like cracking noises as it's pointing. It's creepy, and then the movie blindsides you by taking what you assume is a safe scenario, because she's just talking about a dream she had in a room full of people, and suddenly, bam, fucking Darth Maul is right there, and you're not expecting it. And that scene, when I first saw this, every single person in the theater was like shrieking, because it's so unexpected.
that. Yeah, and that's definitely like, I feel like that's filmed really well, where it's like you're saying, like you feel like you're safe, like, oh, it's just, dear old grandma telling a story, like it's fine, and then bam, he's right there. But I feel like his appearance ruins that.
Okay. Oh yeah, you wanted to, okay.
And I quote, "Demon looks like the fucked up love child of Darth Maul from Star Wars and him from the Powerpuff Girls." If they somehow made a child that was equally as messed up as the two of them,
Okay.
that's him. Fuzzy leg warmers from Hot Topic and all.
I don't disagree. I'm not going to pretend that
I've spent years putting together that analogy.
I
Are you
agree.
proud you finally got to use it?
Yeah, I really am.
I'm not going to pretend that his design is all that great. I mean, it's a little silly, and the more you see of him in the movie, the sillier it gets.
Yeah.
That first shot, I still think it's pretty fucking menacing, just in that initial scare.
The fact that he's right there is menacing.
Right.
If you actually...
Well, you pause it and stare at it.
Yeah, no, like, someone had posted a picture of it one time, and it's like, I'm just like, did the other kid, like, smear some lipstick on his face?
No, canonically he did.
He put mommy's lipstick on in the wrong place?
Yeah, that's what he did. That's actually how James Wan described him when they were coming up with the design, is that he's like, he just takes like lipstick and kind of smears it all over. It's like a clown type thing. Even in the sense of that character, there's always this weird uncanny valley aspect to it, where it's something is like not, because it looks human, but it's not quite right. And there's like every single
hooves. So.
Well, yeah, there's hooves. There's the weird fucking Darth Maul face. And he's like half bald, half haired. But there's always like that element to it that makes it. Yeah, if you stare at it long enough, it's gonna be funny. But it's always slightly unnerving at first. You have his like the weird smeared lipstick face and
his receding hairline.
Which is actually the guy's actually bald. That's the composer of the film, actually.
Sorry, dude.
He kind of looks like Richard O'Brien in real life.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But in this aspect,
fair. He was also the demon in Annabelle Creation. He plays demons a lot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
him.
he plays demons a lot, Joseph Bishara. But like the trench coat mafia dude, like his face is always changing. Like there's always different aspects of it. Like sometimes
Angry tongue demon.
Tongue demon. Yeah. Sometimes like his face is like rotting. Sometimes he looks like a skull. Sometimes he looks like a normal dude. And then the little boy ghost, who is actually a grown ass man dressed as a little boy. There's always that uncanny valley.
Literally orphan.
Yeah, basically, and it's like. There's always that weird, uncanny nature to things, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate that the movie, like, oftentimes, going back to the dream scene, like, it takes what you were assuming is going to be a scare, and it subverts it. Like, for example, the fucking dude walking outside the window, and then suddenly he's just, bam, he's in the room.
I was more freaked out by that because I didn't realize they had a balcony.
You don't expect, like, when she's going to look for the little kid, and you see the shoes and everything, and you're expecting a jump scare there, and it comes from right above it in the cabinet. And then the dream bit, where you're expecting the scare to come from within the dream, and not right in the fucking room with all of them. There's a lot of subversion there, and I appreciate that.
Well, kind of bouncing off that with Angry Tongue Demon.
Right.
He looks like the lead singer of every band that I purposely don't listen to.
You're not wrong.
No. But
Professor Snape.
I did like the whole thing with his face. I did notice that was pretty cool, but I don't know, him like picking up the wife and licking her face was like, you're not really here for her, so like that was just a little extra. And then asked Dad not doing anything about it because that's what he does, because everything's his
He
fault.
pushed him into oblivion later.
Yeah, but he waited like a half an hour to do that. No. Talking about the little ghost baby.
Yeah.
Because I love little creepy
Tiptoe
ghost
through the
baby.
tulips.
I feel like the perfect ending to this movie, sit down, would have been when they're in the new house and she's got the record player on and then the music changes and she's walking outside taking the trash out. It could have ended perfectly.
It's literally a 40-minute mark.
With her looking into the window and like the different music, the little ghost kid, when the exact moment she realizes, oh shit, the shit followed us. I think that would have been the perfect ending.
Different movie.
Awesome movie.
Great movie.
Here's like my favorite thing about it, besides, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Tom and Lee were actually in this movie.
Hey, I'm Specs. He's Tucker.
Yeah, alright. Well.
It's literally
I
us.
go,
Literally, when he walks in, one guy's eating a freaking Hot Pocket. I was like, is that Tom?
Okay, alright.
I go, is that guy the caveman from Geico commercial?
It's
I was
literally
like, I think
us.
it's Tom.
I can't even pretend it's not. It's us.
Stop that.
But like, no, like
Penalty.
later on when they're like competing and like
That's a
Lee
foul.
pulls out the little flashlight and then Tom pulls out the giant flashlight. Like, it's just, it was them.
that's a foul.
So, like, my only positives for this movie, I have 3. Ghost Baby's cute. Tom and Lee are in it. Mom is hot.
Those are your likes? That's it?
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
say that's about it.
In all fairness, then it's only fair to me talking about my dicks. My multiple.
You need to go sit in timeout.
2 minutes for dicks.
Only fair for me to talk about my dislikes.
Which is dicks.
What?
How did that turn into dick?
I got tongue-tied.
Around dicks.
My dick likes.
I'm not going to pretend it's a perfect film. I mean, it's got issues. I think its biggest
You want to talk perfect films?
VHS copy of Mrs. Doubtfire, I found it in a dumpster. Yeah, no, like I said, it's not a perfect movie. It's got issues for sure. I mean, I think that definitely, I know a lot of people have this problem with it. It's definitely not tonally consistent throughout the whole thing. Like, it does, once you get to the whole aspect of the further, which I do love the further as an idea, and I love that it's this weird, crazy carnival of funhouse mirrors and insanity, like I was saying to you guys. But when the entire movie leading up to it is pretty much like, a haunted house film, and then suddenly it takes this hard right turn into fucking, like, what's essentially a more fucked up version of Disney's Haunted Mansion, I can understand that turning people off. And the following films definitely committed more to that campy tone, but this movie kind of flip-flops on that line of horror and camp. When you go from, like, creepy-ass shit of, like, not seeing any ghosts at all and, like, just hearing them and getting this it's crazy tense atmosphere building, and then you suddenly go to demons, ghosts everywhere, and a fucking demon sharpening his claws to tiptoe through the tulips by Tiny Tim. It's jarring, and that is definitely, not the best thing, I feel. I also can understand people who have issues with, like, the more comedic aspects of it, if they were expecting, like, a straight-up horror film, and then fucking he and I show up and just making everything a fucking cartoon.
Stop looking at people.
I can understand that being an issue with some people, too. And I mean, personally, I don't love those things, mainly the tonal inconsistency. I don't hate them the way some people do, but I think it's definitely something that needed to be balanced out a bit more.
I was half expecting that shit to be turned into a zombie movie.
Really?
Once it was like all the doll people like surrounding.
Oh,
them,
yeah.
This could easily just keep on going back shit and then.
Yeah, that could have just turned into The Walking Dead real quick.
Yeah. Do you have anything, even though you didn't watch it with us today?
I liked Insidious.
Lynn Shay is a national treasure,
That
and I
agree
love
with
Elise
wholeheartedly.
as a character so much. Insidious is like a franchise that it's pretty original in that it took something that could have been really generic in a fucking haunted house movie and turned it into something that had never been done before with astral projection and all that craziness. And also to have killed off Elise at the end of the movie, and yet she's in every single movie and is basically the main character of the series now. I love that. I think that's awesome, especially because I love Lynn Shay, and she has never, I mean, I haven't seen The Last Key yet, but she has yet to falter or phone in a performance. She's always like a shining light. Even if the movie is not very good to a person, she's great. She's awesome. I love her.
Yeah, that shit's cool.
And make sure the kids know who Lynn Shay is.
Bob Shay's sister. She was in Nightmare on Elm Street, guys, as the teacher. Hey, what would you rate this movie?
I mean, before today, I would honestly say poor, because, like, my memory of it was awful. But, like, watching it again and, like, actually talking, like, one, have not chugged a bottle of vodka yet today.
It's good.
So that helps.
Yeah. We'll all do that after.
Yeah, that'll be later. I would still probably put it at a mix of meh and good for fans of, like, the Insidious franchise and all of that. Because, like, for the people that are liking, like, The Conjuring and all the other stuff that are coming out now, like... It's like, oh, like, this is where it started. It's like, definitely, like, if you like those, go check it out. But, like, to me, it's still just, like, meh.
I'm gonna say Insidious is solid. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's far from the best thing ever. It's got some serious issues, mainly in terms of, you know, its tone. But it's enjoyable. It's goofy, like, it's goofy, spooky fun. It's not super serious. It's not the best thing ever. It's a well put together haunted house film that ultimately sparked the haunted house genre back to life, the subgenre back to life.
Absolutely.
And like I said, it's got some flaws, but it's an enjoyable time, and that's about all I can say about it.
I think I'm going to... I actually am torn between solid and good for fans of, but I think I'm going to go with solid in the fact that for its time, it was, like, a good movie. So if I were to go, you know, it was junior year of high school, I would go out to the movies with my friends. I would find that terrifying.
I think that's also what affected me seeing it. I saw it was daytime showing up, too.
That would also have an effect.
This movie's a strawberry.
That's an insult to strawberries.
Why is it a strawberry?
Why is it a strawberry?
It's versatile. Has many aspects. The strawberry has many seeds. It's tasteful. It's colorful. It's a colorful film.
It is indeed colorful.
It has a lot of...
Only sometimes, though. There's some scenes where it's very gray.
Mise en scène.
Mise en scène.
Mise en scène, as us intellectuals refer to it as.
Lesbians in space.
Has a lot of seeds. It left a lot of seeds. There were a lot of way to go off. It branched off into more things. Lin Shaye, you made the point.
Branch.
You made the point of Lin Shaye dying and yet still coming back to life. You can fucking smash a strawberry, turn it into a smoothie, and it's still just as good.
You know who else died and came back to life? Our Lord and Savior Jesus.
Point is, it's a strawberry. I like strawberries as much as watermelon. No, but I still like strawberries.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which I would relate it to about blend of solid and good for fans of.
Good for fans of berries.
Good for fans of, yeah, good for fans of berries. If you like do you like berries? If you like berries, you like strawberries.
Cool.
And if you don't, pull your head out of your ass. Who the hell are you shit? Come on.
Hey, I hope that this was coherent to you guys. It was a whole lot of us all talking.
Wait, I want to know if... Okay, we don't have to put this...
What?
Okay. I want to know if everyone was a fruit, what would they be and why?
If I was a fruit? I mean, I am a fruit, so it's hard to say.
Hey, Internet, if
What
you were
kind
a
of fruit would
fruit,
you be?
you'd be a grape.
I'd be a pineapple.
Why?
Because they had the crown, and I'm a fucking queen, and I deserve a crown.
Touche. What would you be?
I'd be a grape, because I'm more enjoyable when I'm surrounded by my friends. What would you be?
That was like, I don't know if that was like funny or just sad.
Both.
I'd be a blueberry because I'm small and well-rounded. At least I like to think so.
Are you talking about your great butt or your personality?
My personality.
Okay, wasn't sure.
My butt's okay too.
She has a great butt.
I'd be a banana. Because there's no other way to my heart than a good dick joke. I'm sorry.
Hey, Internet. You
just a
you
dick,
leave some comments and say what fruit you'd be.
And why.
And why. Welcome to 2018. If you like Insidious,
Don't hate me.
don't hate Kat. She's
I'll
cool.
beat the shit out of you.
Don't do that. Hey, Internet. We're not threatening you.
Lisa,
Yeah, I am.
You're creeping them out by coming too close.
No, it's fine. Hey,
Bring it closer to
hey,
me.
Hey, Internet. It's cool. Happy 2018. And I want these guys to be in more videos. Sound off if you want that.
If you don't, then like fuck you.
If you don't, then I'll just go die.
They already they established they wanted you back, and we just never had you come back. There's gonna be a couple more of these coming up in the next few days, all leading up to Insidious: The Last Key coming out on Friday. Crazy. Like, comment, subscribe, click, and make us nice.
It's not the house that's haunted. It's your son.